Friends, Romans, and Patriots. That's not the right chat for that. Whatever. How's it going, everybody? This is 2A Taco Tuesday with E Honda and friends. We did miss a gay frog chat this week, so I figured maybe we'll kind of loop both chats together. We'll talk a little gay frog. We'll talk a little gun action. We'll put it together into one streamlined package. Like my penis. Why can I hear myself? I can hear myself. Son of a bitch. Where is it playing? I think it's me.
I'm using my headphones this time.
I think it's me.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Hold on, I'm closing every window but the one that's open. Dude, it's one of you guys. It's not me.
Okay, let me mute mine.
Tactical Muffin Top. It is Tactical Muffin Top.
Sorry.
You got my chat playing in the background, buddy.
That's really weird because I don't have it on anything else. Well, on my phone, but it's weird. Whatever.
Just
maybe mute yourself when you're not talking. Yeah. I'm not sure how to fix that.
It's all right. I'm just ugly. We can deal with it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a gun chat where we talk about guns and stuff, but again, we end up talking about whatever the fuck we end up talking about, so. Dude, that's super annoying. It's not you, so when I mute you, it's what in the fuck is going on here, dude?
I just unplugged my headphones, so. Maybe.
Can you guys hear that?
See, testing 1, 2.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, now I can hear it.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I can hear the echo.
I guess I'm just a gay frog.
Dude, I don't have any other windows open. Wait, I do have a window open. This whole time it was me. Sorry, everybody. Well, anyway, this is 2A Taco Tuesday with Ehan and friends. We're going to talk about gun stuff, and for the third time, I'll say that. I hope everybody out there is doing well tonight. I hope everybody is getting prepared for the coming storm, because you know it's coming. It's going to be coming hard. Harder than you want it to. Inside of you. Pumping its disgusting fucking juices into you like you don't want. Just gross. It's gonna be a terrible time. Unless you have some food, some water, some medicine, some guns, and some ammo. You got all those things? I think you'll be okay. Anyway. Say hello to the chat. Tactical Muffin Top, how are you doing? Sorry to blame you for
It's still all his fault for some reason.
I'm a gay frog and I'm proud.
Proud gay frog, nice. Leo, what up?
What up?
Word. Everything okay in Chi-Town?
Sure. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Go with that.
Shafsganistan.
Oh man, we have a great mayor, a great governor. What can go wrong?
You're fucked.
Who's your mayor now? It's not that fucking Beetlejuice bitch anymore. Who is it?
Johnson.
Dude, that's our mayor. We have the same. I think it's Johnston is our mayor. Fucking Denver, dude. They're spending a bunch of money. Like they bought up, like basically 2 yards worth of land on a corner in Denver, like not too far from my house, and they're gonna put 50 miniature homes on this like little corner lot, like it's like a double lot. And there's a golf course and like people's houses all around it. And they're like, no, please don't do it next to my house. And they're like, fuck you. We're going to do it anyway. I don't know. I don't think I'd like to live next to the temporary housing miniature home, like homeless encampment, you know, like that sounds like a place where your kids might step on a needle and you might get your car broke into, you know?
Yep. Or you pay them to watch your car.
Actually, a buddy of mine, He found someone a homeless guy trying to break into his car, and he was like, "Look, man, look. Here's $20. Like, if you need money, don't break into my shit. Just knock on my door and ask me. I'll give you something. You know, just don't break my shit." And so now the guy comes by like once a week, like knocks on the door, like helps him out, like cleans something up for him, tells him about some homeless guy doing something down the street, and collects his $20.
You know what? Once a week is not bad. $20 once a week, get some stuff clean.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think he's trying not to milk it too hard, you know, the homeless guy. I mean,
Smart.
yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, if you overstay, you're welcome.
Right.
I think the Hispanics are going to find that out in this country pretty soon. If you overstay, you're welcome, and suddenly the host isn't so nice to you anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He might not kick you out overtly, but he's not going to offer you any more snacks. That's for goddamn sure. Mini homes with mini golf. Sounds fun. No, it's full-size golf, full-size homes, and a homeless encampment off to the side.
Where's this at?
Denver, they're building like 50 units in some neighborhood not too far from my house.
Is it a good golf course where people don't care about it? It's like whatever.
I mean, it's a golf. I don't know. I've never golfed there before, to be honest, but it's not a bad golf course. I don't think. I've heard about it. Anywho, let's look at some memes and stories, everybody, shall we?
Yes, it did.
This air freshener didn't hang itself. That is great.
I need to buy a 10-pack of those.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't even care if it like stinks like shit. I thought this was funny too. Liz Cheney is thinking about running for president. What do you think?
Negative.
Fucking fuck Liz Cheney. She's a fucking dumb cunt. She's a stupid fucking bitch. She's anti-American. She's not a Republican. She's a rhino. She's like anti-Republican. She's a fucking communist. She's a communist who tried to help the communist overthrow of the United States government by running the January 6th committee or being part of it. By being the Republican face of the January 6th committee, which in some people's minds and some people's eyes legitimized the whole thing, right? Because if you have a panel of people who all agree on something and they're like doing an investigation committee type thing, you can't really trust their results, right? Because everybody agrees. Everybody's on the same side. But if you have opposition that are part of the committee, that's what gives it some validity, because you have opposition voices clashing against each other, coming to some sort of an accord. But the thing is, she's controlled opposition. She's the opposition that's working for the side that she's supposed to be opposing. So, fuck Liz Cheney.
Yep. Fuck her.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
No lube.
Extra lube, because her vagina is probably drier than the Sahara Desert. Probably sandier too. Sandy vagina Cheney. Dude, I saw this shit this is fucking cool. I want this. Look, it's the full setup. You got the Super Nintendo carrier box.
Yep.
You got your battery packs. You got your duck hunt fucking... It's perfect. I wonder what the other slide is. Different caliber, maybe?
Looks like a different controller. It's got Nintendo behind the ejector and on the front on the other one. It's weird. Maybe one's...
right. I see that, right. It's a little bit different.
Looks good.
Shit, at this point, I've seen too many of those.
I don't know. I still think it's cool. It brings me back
Oh,
to
no, yeah,
childhood.
it's cool. I'm just saying a lot of them now. I said, you can even make one.
Yeah, I kind of want that Deadpool skin for one of my Glocks just because it's sexy.
Let me make a Deadpool like rap or something that goes on a Glock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's bitching.
He didn't use a fucking Glock though.
It's okay. He will.
He will now.
All right, I was looking at this, and it kind of inspired me to talk about this for a little while.
I saw that too.
What are the differences between Nazis and the socialist Democrats of our country today? These progressive leftist Democrat socialists who are basically Marxists, right? And what's different between them and the Nazis? Because it seems like there's a lot of parallels going on right now between the United States and like pre-World War II Germany, like the rise of the Nazi Party and how they took over and everything. And it's very similar. There's a lot of similarities, but just on a face level, Nazis were into socialism. Democrats are into socialism. Nazis wanted to take the guns away from people. Democrats want to take the guns away from people. Nazis were into censorship and burning books. Democrats are into censorship and banning people off social media. Nazis were into controlling people's minds through media. Democrats run the media order today and try to control as many minds as they can. Nazis were into forced abortions. Democrats are into abortions up until birth, right? Nazis hated Jews. Democrats hate Jews and whites. Like, they're a little bit more. Nazis worshipped the government and thought that the government was the answer for all of the problems. Democrats worship the government and think that the government is the savior of everybody. It's just funny. And it's also funny because the same group of people has been going around calling Trump supporters Nazis for the past 7 years now, something like that.
No, man, I'm not seeing anything.
No connections.
Nope.
Well, they go around calling Israel Nazis.
CNN was running like a 5-minute clip in the last couple of days that's basically trying to gaslight everybody into thinking Trump's going to be a fascist dictator.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one that's kind of funny. They're like, if Trump gets into power, he said that he's going to use the power of the courts to go after his political enemies. So to stop him, we're going to use the power of the court to go after our political enemy.
Well, as long as it's not Trump, it's fine.
It's hilarious. Like you don't see, like, do they not understand? Do they not think beyond? I mean, obviously not, because if they did, then they'd be like, this is bullshit. Or maybe they do see it and they're just like, you know what? I don't care. That's probably worse, right? Because like seeing hypocrisy and saying like, this is bullshit, but I'm going to go along with it and I don't care. Like, I mean, that's how you end up in hell, buddy.
No, they don't think. They just have short talking points that they mimic. The news just ingrains the same message into them, and they can't think for themselves.
Right. And if you say anything that
It's
is contrary
semi-intelligent.
to what they are saying or what they believe, then you are automatically evil and another and other and whatever else.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, we're in for some shitty fucking times, boys.
Oh, yes.
And I kept
Election
saying
year is
that for the
coming up.
longest.
It's going to be great.
Just prepare yourselves.
Dude, I don't think, unless you have like acres and acres and acres and acres of land that you're like using to grow food that you basically eat and sell your extra food for money, you know, like, okay, if that's you, then you're good.
Well, we have a 1-acre garden at my grandpa's house, and we do what we call hillbilly swapping with our neighbors and stuff. And so these guys grow pumpkins really well. So we won't grow pumpkins. We'll grow something else. Like we have a mulberry orchard. So we'll swap mulberries for pumpkins. Or we grow a shitload of tomatoes and we make a lot of salsa and blah, blah, blah. We swap that for eggs. Vice versa.
I mean, all from your grandfather's place or like from other people?
Yeah, like we got people that go to church. We have like some straight on homesteaders, and they like grind their own flour and everything. It's It's badass actually. They
Well,
do their
that
goat
helps
milk.
too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest things that I mean, anybody who listen here or anybody trying to prepare do a substitute. I know it's a little bit bad even for me, but I'm dealing with a weird situation. Some of y'all can build a community, or you got a community of people, like-minded people,
yep.
sticking
So
together and stuff.
we swap butchering. I've been cutting up meat since I was 8 with Grandpa. So we butcher everything for everybody. So we'll butcher cows for people, like a lump jaw cow for a rancher that he can't sell, and then he hooks us up with some meat or something.
Well, we all agreed that we're gonna show up at Stan Hill's house unannounced. So
I mean, the problem is for most of us, like, yeah, we've
also
seen
have
this
a
coming for a
community.
while. Yeah, we know that it's going to be bad. Yes, we would like to buy things and to get ready and to have everything ready to go for when the ball drops and we're fucking set up. But everything's goddamn costing so much more these days that it's like, it's impossible to catch up.
Yeah.
Let alone to get ahead to buy some stuff that you might need for the future,
Well, given what's going to happen, I mean, you're going to be way more ahead of the curve than most people. You already know there's going to be people thought we saw homeless. Oh shit, we're going to see way more than that.
Well, I think the problem is, and this might be a jab at the gun community itself at some level, but there's a certain contingent of gun owners who see that things are going to be bad, right? They see the same things that we're talking about. They know the same shit we know, right? And so they'll go out and they'll buy a case of water, a bag of rice, and a couple of guns. And when that water and rice runs out, which it will real quick, they've got the guns. And what are they going to do? What are you going to do if your kids are hungry?
Going to become
Then
part
you
of the
have a gun.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to become a problem for everybody around you.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, what you talking about is like, I don't want to throw it as the average, but the average gun person. Because me, I'm more. Because some of us, we need a little bit more savvy than the average one, or the bud types and all those stuff. Because there's like, of course, like especially people who are definitely into the tactical side of thing. Oh, they definitely a good portion into the prepping side. So that dude right there gonna do whatever. He's gonna piss off those people, and they're gonna easily take his ass out because his ass don't train in the goddamn range and do all the stuff what they're doing.
Real quick, check out my battle rifle.
not a
minute.
battle rifle.
This was on another
Not
chat.
a
That's
battle
bad.
rifle.
Do you guys have a battle rifle?
I can't
22
see it because
LR.
of the number.
No.
The live number blocks it.
Okay, what is the definition, in your opinion, of a battle rifle?
Not a 308.
Fuck you.
Mommy, Daddy are
Mine
fighting
is, I would say,
again.
it's 308. I got a 308 battle rifle.
I don't know. I thought that was a fun disagreement last night. I like having disagreements about shit that doesn't really matter, because then you can get all heated about it, but then 2 seconds later it's fine.
I'm going to take Duke's stance on it. Whoever trains with what they got, I'm sorry, but if you got a FUD who trains and he shoots coyotes and everything with that 30-06, I'm going to shit my pants when that guy's aiming at me because I'm smoked. Just saying.
Yep.
It don't matter what I got in my hands. That 30-06 is going to smoke my 5.56 range.
It will. Honestly, like, I don't think that there's much of a difference, though, in most situations, as far as, like, I don't think you're going to be taking shots at 500 yards and the shit hits the fan situation, right?
No.
I did this deer season and missed a monster fucking buck, but I tried to turn him around and I missed.
Well, that's a little different. That's not like life, and like if you miss, then they're gonna shoot back at you, or they're gonna come find your family or something. It's like
Right.
you didn't get the deer, right?
Yeah.
But as far as like, there's bad people around, there's good people around. We need to protect the homestead.
Yep.
Shooting at 100 yards, I could see. Shooting up at point blank, obviously, I could see. Shooting at 500 yards, how are you going to identify the person that you're shooting? How do you know what their motives are at that distance? How do you know, like, are they a danger to you or anyone else? That, like, maybe I could see a circumstance, possibly, but really that's very unlikely.
I think at that range, you should have a choke point, and your SOP should have 3 rotations on security, which is kind of how we are set up. So
If
do
you're
like
shooting at
3
that
8-hour
yard,
shifts.
you probably
No,
thinking,
have like a I don't know, like a checkpoint posted there at that yardage. So you're not fighting at your doorstep, you're fighting out there.
Right. There is a saying: you don't defend your house from the mailbox.
Correct.
at that distance, you're probably thinking, his book bag looks full.
I mean, there's a lot of people that's their plan. You know, like they don't plan on shooting at whoever it is until they're at the fucking in the driveway. And in that case, they're shooting back at you. And guess who's inside of the house with you? Everyone you care about. Everyone in your family that you care about. And you know what doesn't stop bullets?
A house.
Houses.
Yep.
So
The next problem is while you're focused on the one guy you're shooting at, you're getting flanked.
Yep, unless you got a good choke point. But I mean,
Yep.
that's a whole other thing too. I'm like, because there's some people doing the whole bugging out situation. Yeah, you run into a situation, you're at a building or area. If those guys are pop shot you way more than 500 yards, oh yeah, most likely they're probably trained up to hit you, and you're probably in an area you probably like, oh, I don't want to get into a firefight with, so I better move along.
Yep. I think if you're bugging out and you're not going with a small community, your mag, your family, whatever, and you don't have a gun pointed north, south, east, west, you're in trouble.
I mean, you should definitely have like the spot that you're trying to protect, which is where everyone sleeps and eats and does all their things, which you are patrolling around, right? You should have like dudes who are going around on an hourly or however long basis, just walking in circles around the camp, making sure that everything's good. And then you should probably have some sort of guard tower at a particular intersection or whatever, so you can block people off from just coming in. I mean, there's things you can do.
Yeah, and you should have like those Hamas tunnels just for the family. No, for real though. Have those Hamas tunnels just for the families to go under.
Honestly,
bring out and escape.
I like a spider hole with a bolt action.
Yeah, it's about, yeah.
Trap doors.
If things get really bad, like that's the only way that your family's going to survive is, putting them in a position where they can't get shot, which is underground or in a hardened bunker.
And the problem is we learned a lot enough to know that that's more of the worst situations you is bugging out, but also where you're going to. If you're just roaming around like a nomad or fucking barbarian, of course you're going to get
You're fucked.
capped and stuff. Yeah, you can't always keep constantly moving. It's barely like even we go back to back in the days and stuff. I'm like, there's barely a few tribes that ever learned how to did that and did that well, as far as always constantly moving.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to need a water patrol. You're going to need people going and getting 5-gallon buckets of water. You're going to need a wood detail. You're going to need a garden detail. You're going to need like a rodent detail, so people aren't like you're not losing your garden to varmints. So that's a night detail. You have a security detail at night. You need a day detail. I mean, that's a lot of guys. You need a cooking detail. I mean, you need water boiling detail. You need laundry. You need time to sleep. You need time to clean yourself. Because I don't know if I'm going to be running around with salty balls in the fucking apocalypse, but.
Ooh,
I was gonna say that's what the ladies for. She's supposed to lick the ball, salty
I mean,
balls.
she ain't going down. I'm saying, and I like it when it's going down. So.
Does your woman lick down your spicy balls till they're clean?
No, they gotta be clean. I'm a big fat tactical muffin top, so it's pretty salty down that way.
Yeah, you need to clean them bitches off before.
I mean, that's what I asked my girl to do. She licked them up.
Damn, she cleans cleaning service and a sucking service. You lucky son of a bitch.
I mean, I trained her well for a little Texan girl.
And if need be, you can probably take on a second wife.
Oh, there you go.
I don't take showers. I take tongue baths. Sounds kind of gross, actually. All right, let's look at this. A report looking at inflation over the past 2 years show that Colorado is the state with the highest cost of living inflation since January 2021.
Congratulations.
No shit. I've been saying this for a minute, bro. Jesus Christ. Like, I know things are bad everywhere, but, like, fuck me, man.
No,
Things
your
are, like,
shit's ridiculous. I can buy 2 houses here for what you pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, in January 2021, I rented this apartment that I live in now for 50% less than I'm paying for it now. Or rather, it went up 50% from when I first started renting it to now. I don't know what the math is the other way. Yeah.
So you need to own an apartment complex, and you're good in Colorado.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm. Well,
got
I
a
was gonna
friend who
say,
does that.
Honda, if I may ask, what's the average for a decent apartment cost over there?
$1,500 for a 1-bedroom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I go move out when I'm, because I'm gonna be moving out to Vegas. Ironically, yeah, housing, that's a problem. Renting is like good, surprisingly.
Well, I
You
mean,
can rent a house.
they've been saying that the price of housing is going to go down in Denver because basically the cost of buying a house has gone up. Like the loan rates have gone up significantly. So if you pay the exact same amount of money on a monthly basis for a house, you're going to, like, the mortgage necessarily has to be smaller because, that's just the price of fucking doing business now. But I haven't seen it yet. Like, prices have maybe come down a little bit. Certainly not renting prices. And like the more people that they let into the state, the more people who are like bussed in from fucking Mexico, the more people who move here from California, the worse that problem gets. The more people who move away, and I might be one of them at some point. Like if Texas secedes, I'm out, bro. I'm moving to Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that move.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to my girl about this. She's saying a lot of Texans want to move to Colorado. I'm like, why?
Dude, Texans love Colorado.
No, trust me. I would have liked
Like
it
Colorado's
too, but dang,
to Texans,
never
Colorado's
experienced
like their cool cousin who like skis and does outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah, but
yeah, no, I would have said I would not have no problem with
Colorado.
Colorado. I just never experienced snow. I was like, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Wait, you never experienced snow?
Nope. Even though the mountains is near me, nope.
See, that to me is okay. It's like what are you afraid of?
Oh, I'm not
I've
really
seen some
afraid of
idiots
anything. I
driving.
just had a chance to do it. And I was just like, you do other things in the back of your mind. Just had a chance to really did it.
The thing that sucks about snow, and this is like the worst part about snow, the thing that's gonna fuck you over the most, is it takes longer to drive places. And when you bang your toe on something, it hurts more. Oh, and you have to shovel off your driveway and clear off your car.
Okay, I'll take that back. There's probably one thing. It's just me. You don't have to put on snow tires. I mean, the chain tires, shit.
Nah, you don't have
And you don't have to do that. That's what people who never drive in snow think. Like, oh, if there's snow, then I'm going to have snow tires because it's snow on the ground and the tires need to have... No.
There's still V6 Mustangs putting around when we get a foot of snow. It's good to go.
They make all-season radials. They're called all-season because they're good for spring, summer, winter, and fall. They're good for dry, wet, and snowy weather. And they'll be just... Like, if you get a pair of Blizzaks, you get some Blizzaks on your fucking car, like, those are, like, the really expensive snow tires, but those come with a warning on them. And it's basically like, you're going to have more traction than everyone around you. So if something happens in front of you and you stop or you slam on your brakes, you're going to get rear-ended because they can't stop behind you like you can stop. So it creates another fucking set of problems.
So you're saying, like, if you was like if you lived in an area that didn't have snow and you come over there, it's like, oh, best to change your wheels, huh?
No, you don't need to do anything.
No. Dude,
Okay.
just
I had
take like a 4-day weekend somewhere that has some snow, and you'll check it out.
I had a 1994 Toyota Camry for like 15 years. Front-wheel drive only. Only vehicle I had for 15 fucking years. And in 15 years, I got stuck where I couldn't get out and I needed help one time. Like, it's not a big deal.
Right. Because, like, if you live within the city, then most likely there's like the snow plows out 24/7.
Okay, and that's another...
Even in the
Okay, so,
country,
like,
you'll
people
have a
from
snow
Texas,
route.
right? Because, like, it snows there in Texas, and you're like, oh, fuck, it snowed. And we don't know what to do, and no one knows how to drive, and it's like fucking an apocalyptic situation. Cars are just like crashing into each other. Like, they're not set up for it down there. They don't have the snow plows. People don't know how to drive. People don't have like good tires on their cars to begin with, so when it does snow, they're really fucked.
And
Like,
they'll have the salt trucks.
Yeah, they've got like one salt truck for the entire state. And
Yeah, I heard that, or a snowplow too. I heard about that too. I was just listening to a podcast talking about that, about how Texas dealing with snow. If it snows over there.
Dude, which for consideration, if you do want to move somewhere and you get like a CDL, dude, start and pay here for a snow truck's like $50 an hour. Like it's a shitload, and then you get most of the year off. You just have to be up fucking at the ass crack of dawn when snow starts all winter. But it's a shitload of money.
yeah, man, I'm honestly thinking about moving to an area that has a much lower cost of living. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be a little while before that happens. The kids are still in high school, and I don't want to be like, hey, everybody, we're moving to Nebraska. They'll fucking hate me for
I mean, $20 an hour in Nebraska is a considerable amount. I mean, if you got your welder buddy who makes $30 an hour, that's pretty fucking good money here.
And
oh,
here's
you
another
talking,
thing.
what's his name?
Yeah, from Kansas.
Kansas City boy?
Yeah.
I fucking forget his name.
And here's another thing to consider, like being in a winter state. Like if the power grid does go down in the middle of winter, a lot of people are going to die.
Everybody here has a fireplace or a wood stove, man. We're good.
Yeah, again, like when it got a bunch of snow in Texas, and like everybody's water lines froze, and they
They're
didn't know
bringing
what
their
to do.
grills inside.
And the power plants like ran out of power, and like everyone freaked out.
Yeah.
It's like if it snows a lot in Colorado, everyone makes chili and watches fucking Netflix. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, Nebraska has a FOI card?
Has a what?
That's what X Adam 1 is saying.
Let's see this. Go chat, you piece of shit.
Davy Jones says, what states are you looking at? I mean, I wouldn't mind Wyoming if
no
I could
problem,
find
man.
work up there.
Nobody drives on the fucking sides of the road. You just
That was my number one, but like what I was gonna do there.
we
Oh,
got
you can find
semis
cheap
fucking
land in
passing us.
Wyoming.
It's good.
There's tons of fucking like cool shit in Wyoming, like open spaces and Yellowstone and blah blah blah. The problem is work. The problem is
That's what I
finding
said,
a
work,
job.
yeah. Work-wise.
So I mean, if I could find some like online shit where I make $20 an hour doing whatever online, and then move to a place where $20 an hour is good money, like that would be
Cabela's
fun.
call center, $18 to start. You help desk or whatever, you get up to like 23 to 25. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like
you
that's
can do it at home.
doable. And in a place like Wyoming, in the middle of nowhere, like $23 an hour is like fucking king money.
Well, yeah. In Nebraska, you just need a CCW, or if you're 18, you can buy a long gun. You don't have to do anything else crazy. CCW saves you from doing the background check. I know I used to do Nick's background check, so it's you just get.
Oh, so you're from Wyoming?
No, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Oh.
He's
Here
talking
we
about
see,
the Ford card or whatever. Yeah, you don't have that here.
Here we see Bill Cosby wearing a Hamas. I don't know what you call that. Headband? Yeah, Hamas headband.
Because he loves to rape.
Well, because, if Hamas can get away with raping a bunch of people, maybe he should wear the Hamas headband,
He's good to go. He's out.
Dude, have you heard, like the people who got released, like, all of the women got gang raped. A lot of the dudes got gang raped. Like, the dudes who were like, hey, we're at a fucking festival, this peace festival on the border. Oh no, it's Hamas and everyone's getting shot. Oh no, I'm taken hostage. And then you get gang raped in a fucking tunnel in Giza. Like, god damn it, dude. Fuck
Like,
these
put them
animals,
two
bro.
problems.
Like,
They consider
honestly,
that
every time like
punishment
one of
that
the
it's
kids
not-
dies, I'm like, yes. Sorry.
No, you're good. They consider that punishment. They don't give a shit. They're like, well, we're not gay. We're just raping. It's fine. I'm like, no, it's pretty gay, bro.
I came across this. I don't know what the validity of this picture is.
He
you
would
see the
look older
resemblance?
than that, though.
Well,
Wait,
okay, look at Bill and Hillary and look at Chelsea Clinton. When was this picture taken? Is it
Right,
recent?
I'm about to say, when was
No, that's old.
This is an old ass.
Oh,
This is
oh,
like 1998, right? And in 1998, how old would fucking Hitler be? Let's look that up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty close to the ear and stuff's kind of freaking me out.
So, Jesus Christ, he was born in 1889. Maybe that's not him then. Jesus, does he look like 100?
Well, all that adrenochrome, he's good to go.
Yeah, the adrenochrome keeps you looking young.
Right.
I don't know. That's.
I think I only met.
Checks out.
I think I only met one person ever who was born in the 1800s. That was my great grandmother.
Yeah,
My grandpa was born in 1907. That was my dad's dad, 1907. My mom's dad, I think, was born in 1914. So they're all old as fuck, dude.
And she died at 100. That was like in the mid 90s.
Honestly, if you guys are looking to move anywhere, dude, a forklift license is like 14 hours training, and you can get a lot of decent jobs with a forklift license.
I would like to have a job these days. The more I think about it, with like where I don't have to deal with people.
Go forklift.
Because it's like all I've fucking done is like have jobs where I deal with people's bullshit and people being like, "Well, my eggs aren't cooked over easy. This is over medium." Like back in the day or what? Like fuck you. I don't care. I don't care about your fucking bullshit problems. I don't care about people's stories that they want to share with you about their kid and whatever else. You know, like I don't fucking know you. You're paying me to talk to you right now. I'm like a whore with my mouth.
A pretty whore.
Technically, whores get paid to leave, not to stay and listen to problems.
That's true.
He's got a good point.
The wise man poops on company time. The foolish man waits until his break.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious. I'm a dick. I'm sorry. Which guy? You has to get up at 4:00. You're doing armed security. What company do you work for, if you don't mind me asking? I moonlight for Allied Universal, and they just bought out G4, so now they're the biggest security company. If you work for Allied, you can literally transfer anywhere. So, I mean, armed, unarmed, go to Europe, whatever.
Are you talking about somebody in the chat or in here?
Now, one of y'all on the panel, don't you? One of y'all works armed security, right?
Shot red.
Shot red, yeah. I used to do that. I moonlight for.
Wait, what about me?
Armed security. What company do you work for, if you don't mind me asking?
I wouldn't say that on the.
Okay. I moonlight for Allied Universal when they need an armed contract. I'm rifle rated for them, so they call me up.
I used to work for them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying if that's a good job company to work for because you can transfer multi-state even to Europe if you wanted to move.
I have. Funny thing is, I did an offer with them one time in Texas. They was like, "Oh, you down?" I was like, "Oh," it's like, "Oh, how soon you can work here?" I'm like, "I got no place to sleep at here in Texas." I was like, "But yeah."
Just a thought, but yeah.
And what area is this?
I work in Nebraska. I don't do it full time anymore. I have an engineering job now, but I do it on the side because I'm rated for arms. Rifle is the big thing. Is they don't have a lot of guys rated for rifle around here. So if they have if a GM contract comes through, some dude orders like a custom car or whatever. Like this one guy ordered 3 custom cars from GM. You basically get paid $500 an hour to walk around the truck for 12 hours. And like if anybody tries to take a picture, even though you can't see inside the truck, you flash them with your flashlight so you can't get any photography of it, like plates and shit. And the guy riding in the fucking cab gets paid 6 G's a week. And he has an AR and he has flashbangs and shit and a vest. And you have to have like 8 years military experience for that gig. But that's a badass.
Yeah. I was about to say, because I was about to ask, do certain people have certain requirements like that?
Yeah.
And I was going to say, couldn't you get what did he even have you? Were you able to get the license over there? The rifle license?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like one of 5 guys in a 3-hour radius that has rifle rated.
Yeah, because I'm over here. There's been talks about some of that is like kind of over here, but it's like you got to know who can give you that to you, and it's one of those things too. Oh, if you ain't in the police, you ain't in the military, good luck.
Right. I mean, yeah, you just have to qualify. But yeah.
Yo, give me a sec. I'll be right back.
All right.
Someone's like knocking on the door or something. Hold on.
I'll bring the AR.
Take a gun.
Pizza.
Yep.
You want to order a pizza?
It's a hooker.
Pizza.
It's a homeless guy. Give him $20.
Do you remember that skit on Saturday Night Live? Joe with the shark knocking on the door.
Yeah. No, but there's a lot of good companies like even if it's like Menards or Home Depot or something, like you can get a job. I mean, fuck, even Walmart. Like if you're moving, you can get transferred.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
work at Walmart.
It's better to move from like a place that's more expensive to a cheaper place than the other way around.
Oh,
Yeah. Because like coming up with a little bit of extra money in an expensive place, like that just means you gotta like cut a few things out and then you're there. In a cheap place, coming up with extra money to move to an expensive place, it's like almost impossible.
Yeah, you got to do it the first way, otherwise you'll be screwed.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'd be down for a lot of different places once the kids are old enough, and if they would be willing to move too, certainly that'd make it easier for me. You know, like I don't want to leave without them, but
Right. Well, it gives you a spot if they want to go to college. They can look out of state. You know, they can apply out of state, and maybe that's your end.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But I was gonna say I don't want to pry on that. So Dan, Dad, you ever had talks of that with your sons and stuff of what they want to do or where they want to be at?
yeah, but I mean, everything's up in the air right now, bro. Everything's up in the air. No one,
Yeah.
no one has answers, especially me. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Was it a homeless guy, by the way? Did you pay him $20 to leave?
No, my son's friend. All right, check this video out. This is hilarious. I don't know what year this was made, but if it was made today, it would be canceled today.
We got to celebrate our differences.
Yeah.
Celebrate our differences. We got to celebrate.
I think I've seen this before. I'm old.
Because it's beautiful. We got to
That guy's super white.
But yeah, the Mexicans were like nachos, chimichangas.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ching chong, ching chong, ching.
Hey, we gotta celebrate our differences.
Christmas tree for the unvaccinated. No needles, just balls. Dude, Tara says, my great-great-grandmother was born in 1880. She died in 1987. My favorite person I have ever known. She was 107 years old. That's crazy. My grandma lived to be 102.
Yeah, that's what my great grandma lived to be.
Mine's just a cool even 100.
And I had a great grandmother. She almost made it to 100, but she was like 97.
Well, it's weird. My mom died at 50, and her mom died at 102. Like, what the fuck?
They was built different back in the 1800s.
I don't know, man. Like, I always thought on that subject, they grew up, my parents grew up in the Midwest, right? Surrounded by cornfields and John Deere tractors and fucking that kind of shit.
Hey, man.
And they drank the tap water because everyone drank the tap water. And it seems to me that in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, there were probably a lot of chemicals in the water and bullshit in the water and like stuff that leached into the soil and the food that they ate, and like especially being in the middle of like a rural area where they're growing all the food.
Yeah.
That had to have something to do with it.
Well, most people drink from a well here.
If you're drinking well water in a lot of farming industry areas, and it's not too deep, you're actually getting the runoff from all the chemical base.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can see that.
I heard about that.
I'm sure you are. And there's chemicals in there that don't like test on human beings because it's not meant for human consumption, right? But it ends up being consumed by humans because it's in the water. So what do? I guess you die at 50 instead of 102.
Chemtrails are saving.
A few years ago, after I had the colon cancer surgery, there was a bunch of people around here that they did, had Erin Brockovich come here to do water testing, and she tested, I believe it was 6 different watersheds and then 2 random people's taps. and every single one of the things came back positive for chromium-6, which if you breathe in chromium-6 will give you lung cancer. So who's to say what it gives you when you're drinking it?
A while ago, we were looking at the water plants self-reporting of what's in their own water supply, right? So, like, how that works is they're all mandated by whatever government agency to provide them with data as far as what's in the water and what they can test for. And there's certain things that they have to test for and show results for and blah, 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 right? But the thing is, they know that they have to do it. So when they do it, presumably, you would do it at a time when you just cleaned everything out and everything's running as optimally as possible so that you get the best, cleanest test results that you can have to show to people to say that your water's safe. Which means that there's also, conversely, points in time where things are not clean as they are and things are not running as efficiently as they could be and more things would be in the water, right? And also, not to mention, they're self-reporting. So, like, if they test the water, like, oh, fuck, here, real quick, do this, do that, and we're retesting. And then they retest and okay, that's more acceptable, you know? So who fucking knows on any given day when you're drinking the tap water what kind of chemicals, what kind of bullshit's in that fucking water?
Man, we are so fucked.
Well, they get rid of the bacteria, right? So, like, the water comes in, the toilet water, and it's got a bunch of shit in it, and they fucking, like, put stuff in it to clean out all the shit and filter it all out, and then they get stuff to kill all the bacteria that they use to clean out all the shit. But the chemicals, they don't really do much about that. There's not much that they really can do without spending a bunch of fucking money at every single water plant. So they just don't.
Yeah, we actually make a lot of units for wastewater treatment in government facilities. And yeah, our units crap out a lot because they have so many freaking chemicals in there working. It's ridiculous. Like, we cannot have a direct fire. We use electrical units only because there's so many chemicals will fucking light on fire. It's kind of gross, but it's a lot of money, so we do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do about it besides drink bottled water. But even that, like, some bottled waters have shit in them too.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Mount Merapi erupts in Indonesia. A couple decades worth of man-made CO2 emissions there in that image. So one volcano in Indonesia and every bit of fucking cost-cutting measures and, like, CO2 reduction programs and blah, blah, blah that the United States has been doing for the past 20 years.
Man, you know
More
what?
than
I think
erased.
we got to ban menthols to help that out.
Night Strike says filter everything. That's not a bad idea.
Dude, did you check out X Adam 1? We got to send him a yeet cannon for his birthday.
My birthday is coming up in 3 days. What are you mailing or giving me? Hint, I love guns, red dots, and ammo. Wait, do we have the same birthday, X Adam 1?
Oh, bitch, you're twins.
Twinsies.
X Adam, is it the 8th? Is that your birthday? Because if so, it's the same birthday as me. That's weird.
That's cute.
Friendly reminder. The Holocaust was legal. Slavery was legal. Segregation was legal. Apartheid was legal. Killing Jews was legal. Killing black slaves for trying to escape was legal. Hiding Jews was criminalized. Freeing slaves was criminalized. Protesting racism was criminalized. Protesting war is criminalized. Legality does not equal morality. Just a reminder.
And just following orders is no excuse.
I think we need a new set of Nuremberg trials for what happened
Yes.
during COVID.
For sure.
So I have a little bit of a theory. I think that they were talking about a UN deal and China would be contracted since they had the manpower to come in. And I think they're pretty much already in. because they had those those police stations, right? They have 7 or 9 of them they knew about, and they only went and closed down, quote unquote, one of them, but it was already fucking cleaned out. Like somebody gave them a heads up, right? And with all these little biolabs and crap, I think that they're going to they're trying to get us into war, but I think everybody else around the world's not that retarded. So I think they're going to have to put us in a pandemic to suspend the election, and then we're not going to put up for it, right? Our side. So then they're going to have the UN come in, and then we're going to be under full martial law. That's my theory. Go.
My theory is not too dissimilar. Like we're letting all these people in from all over the world and South America across the border every day by the tens of thousands, sometimes in a day, you know. And at the same time, our army, our army recruitment numbers are in the gutter. So how do you fix that? And I forget what the name of the senator was talking about it like yesterday.
It was Dick Durbin.
Was like, oh, we should take these people who are here illegally and let them join the military if they want, right? So that does a couple things. But what it does for us is, let's say you're having a 4th of July barbecue with the neighbors and the kids, right? And it's past the point where things are normal. We're into the fucking crazy times. We've got all of these nationals from other countries filling both our military and now our police officer roles, right? Because they're doing that in places like Chicago because they can't hire enough police officers who were born here. So you hire people who were born somewhere else. These people don't give a fuck about the Constitution. They don't give a fuck about the Bill of Rights. They don't give a fuck about you as a American citizen. They don't give a fuck about your citizen rights or whatever, right? All they care about is the next paycheck they're getting and any kickbacks that they might be able to get. And as long as they're following the orders that the people above them are giving, where am I going? They're like, you're fucked, right? Like they will happily stick a bayonet up your ass like Gaddafi and like kill you and rape your children and your wife and do whatever the fuck they want because they don't give a fuck. Like that is a potential situation where it's an invasion. It's an invading army that we have in this country. We've let tens and hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people over the border, most of them fighting age males, most of them unaccompanied by family, most of them aren't here to work. So what are they here to do? That's my question.
Cause problems.
I mean, there's a variation of videos that have come out in the last 6 weeks or so where these people have been given orders by Soros NGOs of exactly where to go, exactly what to do. And it's places like Georgia, it's places like Ohio, and it's small towns that they're basically sent to be sleeper cells. And it's the same exact shit with Durbin when he said about giving these people fucking the ability to become U.S. citizens through joining military like that. And you have entire fucking cells of Chinese foreign nationals. You cannot tell me at this point are not fucking Chinese military invading our goddamn border at this point.
Yeah. I mean, 8 years ago, we had 3 confirmed sleeper cells that the FBI knew about, and they came in. They tried to get on a military base, and they stole a Sara Lee bread truck, and they got on. They didn't get found out until they were trying to break into the fucking armory. One dude in a bread truck. We had Fed come down. The military facility that I was stationed at the time got a D-, and the city got an F for response of this scenario that they put them through. Did not tell the public to run it, and that's when I was like, holy shit, my go bag needs to increase in what it can do.
I take it they caught the people and they didn't do nothing to them.
I don't know what happened to him. Nothing
Yeah, that's the
crazy. I
other
know
thing.
that.
So, we're supposed to have this court system that is open to the public so that anytime that there's public interest in a case, which I would argue every single case, there is at least some level of public interest in making sure that people's constitutional rights are upheld and that, the laws are adjudicated in a just way, right? So if you have a court system that doesn't allow you to see what's going on inside of the court, the logical conclusion of that is, well, that's because they're doing things that people would be upset about because they're violating people's rights and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? All of our federal courts are like that. You can't go to a federal court with a camera and report on what's going on. That's why, like, whenever there's like a federal court thing happening, there's like a sketch of Alex Jones or whoever it is in the courtroom rather than a video. And there's an interpretation of what happened through a third-party intermediary who works for a big fucking media corporation who's got their own motivations to spin things in a way that makes the government look good or whatever. That's all you ever hear about it. You don't get to see the play-by-play like in the fucking Rittenhouse case. And I think that's a huge part of why Rittenhouse got off. Was because they were made to call balls and strikes because so many people were watching. And if it wasn't for that public interest, Rittenhouse would be hung up by his ball sack inside of a fucking federal state prison right now. And yeah, dude. Oh, and by the way, on Rittenhouse, I just saw another interview with him last night, so it kind of like it's all fresh in my mind. This motherfucker was protected by God because there's no fucking way someone who is as dumb as he is, and I'm sorry, the kid is fucking dumb. Have you heard him talk? He's dumb. He's not smart. I mean, he's a good kid. He's nice, but
He's got better
intelligent
weapons training than half the people I've seen.
What's that?
He's got better weapons training than a ton of people I've seen.
Well, that's the thing. He had no weapons training. He had like he went to the gun range with his rifle one time and shot it one time.
Have you used your forward assist ever? I've never
I think
used
it went a little bit more than that.
As far as I understand from the trial, that's what came out in the trial, that he'd shot it one time, that particular gun one time.
I feel like maybe that one, but I think
maybe another AR other times, I'm not sure. But okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fair enough. My point is, God was sitting on his shoulder, guiding the fucking bullets into the bad guys, keeping this kid alive, because there's no other explanation.
You can say the same thing about Eli Dicken last year. He took a 40-yard shot in that fucking mall and then kept firing and hit 8 to 10 times.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good, dude. Stock Glock.
It's actually a Springfield Hellcat.
Oh, was it Springfield? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck Springfield.
Yeah, no, I don't like the guy. No, I wish he would have missed every shot.
Hey, Doc, what happened in the years of the 2020? There was a cold and everyone turned into communist retards. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Never in my day would I seen liberals on the side of Big Pharma.
Right. On the side of Big Pharma, on the side of Ukraine war, on the side of like military industrial complex spending, on the side of government expansion and higher taxes and inflation and uncontrolled fucking immigration. Because if you guys remember, those of us who were old enough, Bill Clinton running for office, one of the major tenets that Bill Clinton ran on was a secure border. And one of the things that he did once he got in office was passed a bunch of measures that made it harder for illegal aliens to work in the United States. That's why they had like the worker verification program where like if you like didn't have a valid fucking social security number or whatever, they would catch you more easily and blah, blah, blah. That was all Clinton. And then fast forward 20 years, well, that's just racist. Anyone who wants a wall is racist. Anyone who doesn't want to let all these people in is racist. Anyone who's against Islam is racist. And that's the one that gets me, dude. Like, first of all, fuck Islam. Second of all, Islam is not a race. It's a political affiliation. It's a religion. It's a like social structure, how it's supposed to be set up. It's a court system. What it is not specifically is a race. Anyone from any race can be a Muslim. And anyone who says if you're anti-Muslim that you're racist is a retard.
Yeah, I agree.
And probably had COVID. All right. What this man has to say here is less important than watch him talk for 1 minute and 14 seconds without blinking. It's almost scary watching him without the sound.
Yeah, I agreed. I'm scared.
I got a feeling someone's gonna jump on screen.
He still hasn't blinked.
Any
30
increased
seconds
surface area.
Oh, there was a cut there. Why was there a cut?
It looks like he's like you know one of those computer images. I gotta feel like that's like that.
Anytime their mouth is kind of blurry, I'm like, oh, that's AI. His mouth is kind of blurry.
It's the head area all around the head.
Like they can't get the mouth right on the AI, so they just kind of like blur it out and make it kind of.
We'll know it's AI when we can actually understand 2 fucking sentences in a row, okay? Just saying.
Either that or the
Wait a
clone
minute.
the clone finally finished.
Right. Like, wait a minute. He looks too alive.
Mexicans, when someone tries to speak to them in English after they've lived in America for 30 years.
I don't know. I went to college with a guy who came here illegally, and he fucking hates illegals. He's like, dude, I lived in a village where if you stole a fucking piece of fruit, they would surround you with machetes and chop your fucking hand off. He's like, I worked my ass off to get here, and he fucking hates them. And he can
Have
speak
you heard the
English.
king of Jordan's English? It's like perfect.
Because I think he went to school in England. Yeah, I have heard his English.
Right.
I
Yeah,
work
like,
with a
even
couple of
if you
people.
would-
There's 2 women specifically who I'm thinking of who have both worked with the company that I work for over a decade and both lived in the United States for longer than that. And both of them don't speak a fucking word of English. I don't understand that shit. How could you live in a country like if okay, like Japan. We'll just pick a random country. Japan. If you threw me in the middle of Japan for a decade and I didn't come out speaking Japanese like a person from Japan,
You fucked up.
I fucked up. I did something wrong. Like I'm dumb. I can't figure it out. Like fuck me.
Well, the funny thing is you can kind of not do that too now in Japan because they do get some stuff for English.
Well, the reason why they're able to do that in the United States is because there's so many of them. They've got whole communities of people who don't speak English, and so they can go to the store. Like everyone at the store speaks Spanish. They can go to the DMV. They've got a translator. They can go. Doesn't matter where you go. We've got people who speak Spanish. Come on in. Oh, you want to order food? Like we got a Mexican waiter. Hold on. Anyway, that shit bothers me.
Does Alex Jones have? Check out Lead on Steel's deal.
I think we talked about that. I was going to just type that. Or
Tell
could've
Han
been
to
on
check
Mass
out this
Chat.
trailer for Alex Jones's video game. It has music, but I don't think it's copywritten. Hold on.
Did we talk about that? Or it could have been on Mass Chat.
Yeah, it was on Matt's chat about a week ago, I think it was, when we saw that.
Oh shit! I must have missed that part. Well, let's do it again, baby. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Super Mario Brothers. And now, the ultimate retro nostalgia throwback game. I present to the world Alex Jones's New World Order Wars. They're turning the friggin' frogs gay. I'll eat your ass, you Nazi scum. Let's free the Patriots and defeat the globalist techniques.
We are going to defeat the globalists very bigly.
This game is mostly peaceful. I'm going to lower the world's population. Oh, big deal. I'm taking you down, rapist. I did not have sexual relations with that sex.
Oh my God. Okay, do you see this building right here? Do you know what this is?
What's that?
Epstein Island. This is the building that fucking
Yeah, it is.
that what's his name built on the island.
Wow.
What a detail.
Oh, it's over. That's it. Yeah, that's great, dude. I like it. Good job. GG, whoever did that.
Back to Hitler.
Dude, I was listening to this, I forget who it was, stand-up comedian. And he was like, yeah, I bought a book on Nazis, right? You know, as a Jew, I wanted to know more about Nazis. Turns out, reading the book it's not a good look. Because there's a big Nazi flag on it. You know, like you're sitting on the subway and everyone's just looking at you reading a Nazi book.
But he didn't have to wear the uniform while he read it, though. See, that was the thing.
Yeah. All right, listen to this. This was surprising to me.
And he said, Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for fraud. 19 have been accused of writing bad checks. 117 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses. 3 have done time for assault. 71, I repeat, 71 cannot get a credit card due to their on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting. 21 currently are defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving in the last year. How many of you think NBA? How many of you think NFL? Well, the answer is neither. It's the 435 members of the United States Congress.
Yep.
Yep. It doesn't surprise me, but actually what's kind of surprising is the shoplifting.
Yeah, they only make a shitload of our money. Come on. Now.
Exactly. So what do they fucking need to shoplift? They can afford just about fucking anything under the sun.
Well,
and you're going to steal from us even more?
No, there's people that do shoplift as like a compulsion thing, not because they need the money, the stuff.
Yeah.
What was his name? The one that was stealing people's luggages from the airport.
That was the nuclear.
Yeah, the
fucking whatever director,
person.
the tranny, the trans dude.
Yeah.
The bald tranny who wear dresses and shit. Fucking goddamn, so weird, bro.
Yeah, it's like Winona Ryder, famous actor, got arrested how many times for shoplifting?
But when she did it, it was cute.
As far as I understand, I remember this from civics class in like grade school or whatever. If you're a member of Congress, aren't you immune from prosecution for petty crimes?
Pretty much.
As long as it's $1,000 and under.
The thinking is like, oh, well, they're a member of Congress and they're going to be in a hurry when they're in D.C. sometimes to make it to a vote. So if they park their car illegally, I guess whatever. But like in practice, it's like, oh, well, if you're doing insider trading and you're like that, we specifically wrote laws that allow that. And, you know, if you like fucking, what's the one who like kept having fucking black male prostitutes die in his office? And then,
oh yeah,
dude, there's some fucked up shit, bro. And they're just like, oh, I don't know, like we were just talking, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, that known male prostitute who died of a fucking like cocaine overdose on your desk. Yeah, that was just coincidence.
Unrelated.
Nothing to see here. Oh, it happened again? Oh, that's weird. Whatever, it's fine.
You would think it would be the opposite instead of, you know, being, oh, we'll let you get away with this or this or this. It should be that they should be held double accountable, if not triple accountable, because they are members of the government that's supposed to represent the people.
Right.
Should be automatic disqualifications.
I think there should be a term limit for everybody.
Yes.
You get one term, right?
Yep.
You want to be president? Oh, and then here's the other thing. Like, you were a senator. Looks like you served your term. Back to work in the normal fucking community. You don't get to run for governor now. You don't get to be the fucking president now. You don't get to be anything else now because you were the senator. So thanks for your service, for your 2 years of service. Now good day.
Yeah.
I think
That's how it should be.
I don't know. I might not be 100% on board with that, but I can kind of see it. I mean,
like, why not though? Why would you not be on board with that?
I don't know. I think you can convince me either way. I'm just saying. I just feel like I don't know. You probably want to know. I mean, it's natural for you try to move up in the world and get into certain positions. You already have experience in doing this.
I think with that, you have to. The reason why I like that idea is because you have to. Once you're done with your term, you have to face your neighbors for all the bullshit that you probably did.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get
so
voted
people
back
would think twice. People would think twice before what they're voting on or what they're doing, like and lying about what they're gonna be doing and all that. People think twice. And we'll have a much
the
better
corruption
country.
that we have in the federal government
is because
like,
they've
why
been
is
in
that
there too long.
It's because
Yes.
we've got dudes who've been there for
way too
like
long.
how long has Chuck Schumer been in office? How long has fucking Nancy Pelosi been in office? How long has fucking
70s, 80s.
Like you name some of these people, they've spent more time in office than most of us have been alive.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's for money, man. I think every senator should make the median income of their state they're representing. They shouldn't get out of the state and make more than what their state can make.
And I think the cutoff age should be 60. Like 60, that's it.
I'd be okay with that. But the problem is though too, like, okay, like you're Nancy Pelosi, right? You've been in office since the dinosaurs. They corrupted you back when pterodactyls were flying around.
Mm-hmm.
You're still corrupt now, right? If there's a new fucking senator every 2 years, a new governor every, like, what is it, 4 or 6 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, 4.
Like, every term there's a new dude means every time there's a new dude, they have to go corrupt him if they want to control him. And I don't think that's tenable. I don't think they'll be able to do that.
No. I think there'll be enough people to tell them no.
At least not every
on 11.
time, but every once in a while you'll get one in that's already corrupt. That's like buddy with the system, and eventually, though, I feel like that'll lead down the road to where the only people that would run and probably win are the ones that are corrupt.
Fair enough, but they got to keep coming up with new ones every term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To expound on the term limits, I also feel like it should be set in stone that anyone in any position that draws up any kind of article or amendment or any kind of legislation that goes against the very core foundations of the Constitution should be expelled immediately, and also should have some kind of punishment levied against them.
Just a fine. You have to pay a fine, a big
okay,
fine.
if it's a monetary value fine, it should be so egregious that it would dissuade anybody in the future from doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I should be able to sue Nancy Pelosi for the things that she passed that injured me. Like if she wrote some bill that took my money and gave it to some foreign country, I should be able to sue her to get my money back, I think.
Yeah. And it should be also a big change on the way campaign funds are spent.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an idea too. Like there's a new guy every fucking term, right? You can't expect the new guys to come up with their own fund. Ooh, that's where you get your corruption.
Yep.
Never mind.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Oof.
I think they shouldn't be able to use more than 30% of taxes outside the U.S. Our tax money should majority stay here.
It shouldn't go out of the United States, period. It's our fucking tax money.
Yeah, but we have like embassies and stuff we have to upkeep and security and whatnot. So I can see some foreign stuff or,
True. In that case, I agree.
Well, okay. We have embassies in other countries, right?
But do we really need them?
Are those embassies considered the other country or are they considered U.S. soil?
It's U.S. soil.
So technically speaking, if you spend money on the fucking embassy, you're spending it on U.S. soil.
True. Very, very true. Excellent point.
Oh, God. This is hilarious, dude. Hold on. I got to start it over. Y'all ready for this?
This message is for Ryan Reynolds and Rob Macklin. 1, you should be here right now with your squad. 2, your team about to go down in North Carolina. Let's go, USA.
So this is the U.S. Olympic women's team versus some retired males team, right? So it's like the current U.S. Olympic women's team versus some dudes who used to play professionally but now are retired.
That's funny. Again, you got to be careful. There's a shot and keeper. Nice spin move here by Lloyd. Lloyd!
2-0.
Another shot.
3-0.
Running off of him. It's a big ask, but
4-0.
Well, there's Trundle able to touch Trundle, able to keep it. With the left,
5-0.
So far, so good in this game.
6-0.
Almost like there's genetic
Trundle.
differences.
7-0.
Again, diving. And this,
she had a nice block.
Trying to move around. And that's going to be
That goalie's so
Murkoff
pissed.
takes that shot with
and swinging to make that perfect contact.
There's a
The goalie
turnover.
Jarvis,
Jarvis, there it is. 12-0. Wrexham defeats the.
There you go.
That's great.
Ouch.
It's also just as great how you got the women's Olympic soccer team that played a high school boys team and got fucking smoked by kids.
Yeah, that's true across the board. Like, if you look at like cross-country runners, right?
Yeah.
The like higher level high school male cross-country runners, every single one of them, like the top 500 best male high school cross-country runners in the United States, every single one of them would beat every single women cross-country runner who's like top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, like, let's look at motocross, like MotoGP. It's the motorcycle doing all the work. All you have to do is hang on and twist the throttle, right? Have the endurance to get through the race. Who are the best? Every single competitor is male. Every single one. Okay, let's look at pool, right? Because pool is a game of skill. It has very little to do with how strong you are or even endurance. Who are the best pool players? Every single one of them is male. Okay, let's look at chess. Certainly chess, where, it requires no physical strength and no endurance. It's just a game of thought, a battle of wits, so to speak. Every single, like the top 1,000 people in like chess rating, I think there's one woman out of the top 1,000.
Let's look at esports.
Good odds, man. Those are good odds.
Esports video games.
Right. Another example. Yeah. All of the competitive video game players, like there's a couple of girls, but they all suck compared to the best dudes.
Well, then you have that entire team of trans women.
Yeah.
Does that count?
No, it doesn't.
Hey, man, I don't want to be a dick, but we have like 85 people in here. We don't even have like half that in thumbs up. Like, we're taking time out of our night. If you're not entertained, come on, guys.
Are you not entertained?
It's so hard to click a thumbs up. There it goes.
Hey, I came late. Did you talk about all the black people in Chicago said they're gonna vote Republican now?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that shit. Oh my god, that just melted my heart.
Shit,
That's wild.
Dude,
Is
that
it because
shit's
he
been coming
wants
for
to
a long
ban all the
time. It needs to
menthols and
happen.
blunt wraps? Not to be a dick.
Isn't that why they killed Malcolm X?
Wait, what?
No.
Wait, what happened? Wait.
Yeah, because he was convincing people to think outside of the box that they were put into by the government. Not necessarily that they were going to like vote Republican, but he was challenging the establishment and the media.
Oh, well, yeah,
the powers that be or that should not be.
I think it would flip a lot, yeah.
I mean, I thought it was when him got popular from other people from his sect.
Well, the thing was also after he took the Hajj, and like he sat next to like people of all colors, a white person who was Muslim, like Indian people who were Muslim. It kind of changed his view on things.
You've seen Malcolm X as well.
Yes.
This is great. Perhaps the greatest thing we've ever accomplished as millennials was in the 90s. We spread a rumor throughout every elementary school in the world and high school, without the use of the internet or social media, that Marilyn Manson had ribs removed so he could suck his own dick.
No, that's real. That was me.
I mean, I'm almost tempted to Google it to see if it is real or not, but I know it's not. So
I didn't know he did the deed. I wasn't sure if that part was real or not.
But I know that this rumor in the 90s was everywhere, and I don't know how it. Like everybody was talking about it, dude.
I remember hearing that
that
all the fucking time that he took out ribs so he could suck his own dick.
Jesus.
I heard that down in South Texas. So yeah, shit. That shit.
Let's not argue fact, gentlemen. He did this.
He's weird enough and crazy enough. I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
Yeah.
Colorado households must now spend an extra $15,000 per year to maintain the same standard of living compared to 2021.
Man, you gotta tell those guys to get fucked, Honda.
Oh, they got this.
I mean, this is from December 3rd, so this is like
We'll
very,
use another
very recent.
15 grand out of you.
It's kind of pocket money.
I mean,
Get
I
your
was probably
camper to go
spending
live on your family's land.
in 2021. I was probably spending $150 a week on groceries. Now I'm spending $250 probably for the two kids to eat and myself. It's ridiculous. This is hilarious. The American dream is to be Donald Trump, Barack Obama, 1991.
I love it. I love it.
That was where I would have been posting that shit everywhere.
And here's another one. Kurt Cobain, 1993. In the end, I believe my generation will surprise everyone. We already know that both political parties are playing both sides from the middle, and that we elect will elect a true leader when we fully mature. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a business tycoon who can't be bought, who does what's right for the people. Someone like Donald Trump, as crazy as that sounds.
Oh my
Kurt
God, it was
Cobain,
predictive
1993.
programming, guys.
Do you think Trump... Okay, I've thought about this before. And sometimes I still go on either side of this aisle. I'm not sure what to think. Do you think that Trump could possibly be like controlled opposition, like an agent of the powers that should not be
Absolutely not.
put in front of us as the one who is to save us? Go ahead.
Possibility's always there.
You said absolutely not, Van Drake. Back it up.
Absolutely not.
I'm almost with him on that.
I mean, I honestly agree with you, but I'm just playing devil's advocate for the sake of making the argument. I could see it as a possibility also.
Okay. They trying to do too much. The way they trying to jail them, the way that they're jailing just regular civilians just because they like Donald Trump or speak good about him, want him to be president again, follow Donald Trump. What they're doing, if this is just a paid front operation, they're doing one hell of a fucking job, and the government never does a good job.
Yeah, I think they're going for him way too hard to
Yeah.
be controlled opposition. I agree with that.
Yeah,
But
because they're not just
Well,
going
the
after him;
government
they're
does a
just
great-
going after regular people.
Well, the
Yeah.
government does a great job in fucking us over. You know.
They do a
Have to
great
give
job
us
at
something.
collecting taxes.
Yeah.
That's about it.
what a great way to crush capitalism than destroying a guy who's done it himself.
Just saying, man. I don't know. I honestly agree with you. The way that they've gone after him and everything else that's gone on, and the way that, like, how much has he lost as president? How much has he put on the line? How much has he risked? You know, like, it just makes sense that he's fighting against them. But
right.
No,
again,
practical bacon. Anything's possible, man. That's why I said it. 80%. I'm on these guys.
I think, right, you should always have a bit of doubt with everything.
So Trump being government-controlled opposition is too much of a conspiracy for people in here? No, it's not. Specifically, that's why we're talking about it, Bacon.
We're
Mr.
throwing
Bacon.
up to both sides. If you want to talk about it, do it.
Exactly, right. That's what I said. We should all have at least a little bit of doubt. That
Well, I'm going to
maybe
bring something up on this whole thing. I don't know if you guys saw the thing with Trump being endorsed by BLM people and then basically accepting the endorsement.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of like Soros trying to endorse DeSantis, just to kind of drag him through the mud a little bit.
But is that BLM people a part of the organization or people who just...
I think some are
BLM.
ex-membership, but I know some are legit chapter heads is what it is. And I think in a lot of cases, if you go back to Trump's whole ego stroking, it's him being so egotistical. It's anytime somebody just jerks his dick off, he'll just go with the fucking dick jerking and not even realize, like, hey, just because it feels good doesn't mean it's right. And maybe he's trying to hand the fucking baton to Vivek at this point because he knows Vivek is a younger, stronger version of himself. But I think they're candidate.
I could see it, but I think, like these guys said, the black vote's flipping, man.
Yeah, I
think they're confusing the two different the BLMs because I think they might be referring to the big labia matters.
Well,
Just-
okay, it's like
just
this.
saying.
If, like, everyone's pissed off at Bud Light because of the Dylan Mulvaney thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like, I'll never drink Bud Light again. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they say. I will never drink Bud Light no matter what. So what you're basically saying is then that Bud Light has lost your business and there's nothing that they can do to get it back. So they might as well just double down on everything they did and keep the customers that they have from doing the switch that they made, right?
Sure.
Because they're not going to get you back. But if you were to say, well, I don't like what Bud Light did and I'm not going to buy their product until they change their ways and they change their mind about the things that they support and where they put their money, then when they put their money behind whatever else that's not Dylan Mulvaney and more in line with things that we like, then you buy their stuff again. Now they've got their customers back. Now they're supporting things we like. You know what I mean?
Which just goes to show you, you don't have to change things with violence. We changed it with our money.
Yeah, we vote with our dollars.
And the same...
plenty of... There you go, Leo.
I was going to say, and the same thing with Springfield. Have they fired any of their execs after that thing happened?
No, they didn't, which is why they're still on the shit list. But if they were to replace management and apologize for what they did and vow to not go against the Second Amendment community again and fucking just make products that are good for people who like guns, and everyone's like, fuck that shit, they're pieces of shit forever, well, then they might as well just collude with the government and get their way because that's the only way that they're going to fucking make money, right?
Yeah.
So you got to give people an out. You got to give companies or whoever it is a path to redemption, because if you'd give them no path to redemption, then you just paved the road for opposition is what you did.
Yeah. I will say I do the beer thing, but I also boycotted Carhartt for a little bit, but at the end of the day, they have such a quality product. I do still buy Carhartt. And they weren't the only company who forced that damn mandate. So I'm like, okay, you know, trading on my beer can or a good freaking coat that works, you know.
Sell out.
Sorry, man. I'm a big fat tactical muffin top, man. They fit me good. They hide my gun. That's all I care about.
You know what? I do currently wear a Carhartt belt for work.
I mean, I've said this many times. There's all different ways how you approach it. But also, we got a different set of people now. No matter like, oh, I'm gonna do the boycott, all this stuff. There's people that still buy shit, no matter what, even no matter how dumb it is, and people don't really a lot vote for their money. I've seen this happen with video games. I've seen this happen a whole bunch of other different groups. Hell, you got people that you got a bunch of sips out there that still pay a lot of money for girls that work in OnlyFans, even though they ain't getting nothing out of it.
It's true, but Bud Light learned a lesson. Anyone else who's paying attention learn that same lesson.
Target's
and then look at Disney and Snow White, right? Disney came out with this movie about Snow White where Snow White was a powerful woman who wanted to take after her father and lead the country and be a good leader and blah, blah, blah. And they like ruined the fucking story. And everyone was like, this is fucking bullshit. That's not my Snow White. When like she was like, you know, she did the thing or whatever where she was being interviewed and everyone freaked out on her.
Ew.
So
She did all that.
this has been a couple months since that happened. What's happening now?
Disney's tanking, man, and I'm glad they
Weird.
are.
Well, now let me finish real quick. Now they are redoing the movie. They're reshooting the movie. They're getting rid of the fucking the woke dwarves that they had, like all the weird fucking diversity dwarves that they had that weren't actually dwarves. They're going back to the original story of Snow White, and they're just doing like a line for line retelling of the original fucking animated movie, just shot in like real life.
Good. It's for fucking kids, man. We don't need that crap for kids.
Well, the problem.
No, we don't.
The real issue with Disney, and this is something I found out about when Ben Shapiro and Daily Wire are now doing their own version of Snow White, which is that what Disney will do is they'll take properties that exist that anybody could use, and they'll take like one small change to them, specifically Snow White. The 7 dwarfs do not have names. That's what Disney did to them. You can make that movie without those names.
Yeah, sure could.
Well, I was gonna say another thing you got to think of is too. Remember, you're dealing with people that really into money and investors and all those stuff, so they losing all that type of amount. They definitely gonna have a fit. Now, some of the ones that control in some of those areas are you dealing with activists. They don't give a fuck. They'll let the company go under just to prove with their message.
Except for they've got a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders to make money, right?
Yeah.
They recently came out with a statement to their shareholders saying like, hey, everybody, the direction that we've been leading this company for the last couple of years has been losing us money. Hand over fist. Hand over fist. Billions of fucking dollars siphoned out of the company.
Yeah.
We are going to change directions. They just recently said that.
They had to get Bob Iger to get him involved in this shit.
It's a little too late. All this stemmed from the South Park, originally the South Park episode.
Put a chick in it and make her gay.
Yeah, put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. And that got them to do something about Star Wars. And then Elon Musk went out and said, fuck you if you're going to tell me what to do when you advertise. Because the company's job, if they're going to advertise, is to push their own products and services via advertisement with another company, not telling that company how to run their fucking company because you give them advertisement money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
and Elon Musk went and said, you don't tell me what to do if you advertise with my company. So go fuck yourself if you think you do. And then he said, "Hi, Bob."
Well, he's suing Media Matters.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Media Matters is this company that has gone around collecting petitions to try to get fucking companies to stop funding this or that, or to pull their ads from this or that, to get fucking big tech to move, right? And I think they were fucking planning on it anyway. What's that? I'm sorry?
They've caused the adpocalypse several times on YouTube, if you don't remember.
Yeah. That was them. And they're doing it to Twitter now, and that's why Elon's suing them. And at the same time, companies like Walmart and other big companies are pulling their ads from Twitter.
But what really got to Disney is when Elon Musk said that and said, "Hi, Bob," and implied that Bob and Disney were one of the major ones doing it. Guess what? That got a lot of Elon Musk fans, I will say, to go and cancel all their Disney shit. And Disney lost I think they said they lost like a couple 100,000 subscribers. And that's millions of dollars. That's millions of dollars.
Oh, that's like hundreds of millions. Because what is a Disney fucking thing? It's like $15 a month.
It's like $15 a month. 20 if you want everything.
25 if you want the Hulu and the Disney. Yeah. Fuck that.
So if you're doing $25 a month, that's what $200.
Figure
that's $300 a year times 100,000 people. That's $30 million.
Yeah, that's $30 million. That puts them deeper in the hole. And apparently, Bob Iger was also went and interviewed the other day, and he brushed everything off, saying it's not his fault. It's Bob Chapek's fault. The guy before him was running the company while COVID happened. So
no supervision, right?
He was the fall guy, so Bob Iger could just jump back in after COVID and say, "Oh, hey, everything's great. We'll fix this." And
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They needed a businessman to run those type of things, and not only that, the activist types, like I'm saying, that's what that whole ESG thing is, because they're playing tactics to see maybe we can coerce those business types to get money because of the ESG stuff.
With the tanking of the Marvels and Wish, and I think one other movie, the Mermaid movie, they're in the hole. This is the first time Disney's ever been in the hole in a year instead of making billions of dollars.
Yeah, that new Marvel movie that they're all counting on. Dude, no one watched it.
Tank, man.
What was the other one that they just came? There was like some Incredibles, or I forget what it was.
It was Wish. It was.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
It was
Eternals
Wish,
failed.
The Marvels.
Yeah, the Eternals failed.
And that other one they released this year. What was it? I don't know what it was.
I think they had like 13 or 16 absolute tanking failures, I think, in a row.
So they had
and we're not even talking about
Ant-Man
reshoots
3.
of movies.
And
we're talking about reshoots of movies and movies that are supposed to be coming up. That's a lot of money, even for Blade
Yeah,
and all those other series.
they canceled all the Marvel movies except for Deadpool 3 because Deadpool 3 is not woke bullshit. They're going to say whatever the fuck they want. They're going to joke about whatever the fuck they want, and that's what people want.
Because if they don't, they're going to lose more money. Actually, here's another thing. They did the projections already for next year, and basically Disney's told the board that next year don't expect to make money either because we're probably going to lose even more money next year.
Yeah, I think they canceled a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
Dude, I'm scared for next. Not just for like the entertainment industry, but like
you also have to
for the
figure
economy, bro.
Bob Iger let the company, be woke and do all this, diversity culture bullshit, and they tried to pick a fight also with the Florida state government. I mean, I hate to tell you, but there's this thing called I fought the law and the law won. And in this situation, they fought the law in the wrong way and the law won.
Yep.
Yeah, and because I know they can get a little coerced with my state, but remember, if they ain't got a fucking military and no army to go against the government, it's like, what you're doing is kind of useless and you're kind of pissing people off.
I've been following this because it's been one ridiculous, roller coaster ride all the way down into hell for Disney, and it looks like the board may be tired of Bob Iger already, and they may be ready to fire him soon instead of letting him go after 2 years.
You know what's kind of funny about Walt Disney?
Yeah. What's funny?
There's all of these photos of Walt Disney that you can look up and see online, and there's Walt Disney standing with Minnie Mouse, and there's Walt Disney like looking over the this or that fucking, like architect's drawings or whatever.
Right.
And every single picture of him, he's holding a cigarette. But in almost every single picture of him now, the cigarettes have been digitally removed.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'm just saying it's funny. It's weird because he
there's
died.
something to
He died at like 54 of like super lung cancer because that's all he did was smoke cigarettes all the time.
Well, because he was fucking stressed.
Probably.
He was
but it's just funny they
trying to come up
digitally removed all the cigarettes.
with content. In an age before the internet, he was stressed trying to build several different theme parks in an age before the internet. I mean, yeah, he was fucking stressed out, so he had to smoke.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Dude just casually painting the Federal Reserve in flames with gallows while in front of the Federal Reserve based. They missed while wearing a Bitcoin shirt.
Yeah.
All right. I know this is probably a dumb question, but what exactly does that fucking word mean, based? I keep hearing it more and more every day, and it's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Because I hear it in many different contexts.
It means W-mans.
Based means, I don't know. What is the definition of based? I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know. I'm 31 and I don't know, guys. I don't hang out with tards.
What is the definition of based?
I think it's just retarded, honestly, the word. Just like lit or sus or
gaslit. Yeah, how many new words have we had that are just in the news now?
Well, that's going to happen regardless. I'm going to keep learning a whole bunch of little new words people be adding.
Well, that's not what it means.
Some are not.
Goddamn internet. What does based mean?
free-based.
Based is a slang term that originally meant to be addicted to crack cocaine.
This is gonna be lit.
I mean, we kind of know what it means. It's just
Yeah,
just,
if this was
people like,
1993.
No, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the term base now. Just like you use it in a context.
How about you
know
just
what I
have
mean? Like,
individualism,
that's great.
not base? Jesus Christ.
Okay, based original meaning: to be yourself and not care about how others view you. That's what based means.
Whatever.
The word is now used to indicate an opinion or something that someone agrees with. It is especially common with political slang to discuss and may be used for controversial topics. I just thought it meant like, damn, bro, that was super right-wing and conservative based. I didn't know it was to be yourself and not care how others view you.
Well, yeah, I never saw it as that one. The one you thought it was. It's just more like, okay, yeah, I agree with this guy. He see this person saying something. Kind of like the whole term of woke. You mean the original term? What that was?
Right. See, in this one saying, a word used when you agree with something or when you want to recognize someone for being themselves, i.e. courageous and unique and not caring what others think. Well, I guess that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Means not giving a fuck and doing your own thing, thinking what you think.
Would it just be easier to say that then and saying a word that most people...
we abbreviate everything
Corey.
Shorter.
Corey,
Base
where's
is
your
short.
battle rifle? Did you miss the first part of the chat last night?
I did.
Well, that's the ongoing joke now. They grow up so fast.
Oh, that's fucking great.
You just like it because it's ginger related.
It's true. He'd like to think of himself as that
Well,
doll.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Got to
they-
support my brethren, the gingers. Isn't that right, Leo?
Yes.
We're few and far in between. We need to reproduce on a mass scale to take
There won't
over
be
the
any
world.
souls left. Stop
Soulless bastards. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obliged to do so. Obligated. Sorry, I said obliged.
Yep.
Same thing.
It's based.
Damn it! I'm tripping on the hair.
There's a new Argentinian president he's pretty based, I think.
Yes.
I kind of
Isn't
want
that
that
right,
photo
Corey?
now.
Would you say that the Argentinian president's based, Corey?
I wouldn't say that, but I don't know much about him.
What's his battle rifle?
His battle rifle's a fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, I was about to say he got a chainsaw.
If that snake was ginger, we would all be fucked.
His battle rifle is a full auto penis. It ejaculates 1 second every second.
I have several battle rifles. I don't know which one you want me to pick.
22 LR for the win.
No, that would not be for the win.
Well, because the argument
If
that
it's
was
a
made last
308,
night-
then just throw it out the window.
That would be
Yeah, fuck the 308. Let's go 1022, baby.
The argument that Matt was making last night is that the term battle rifle is retarded because a battle rifle is a rifle that you use in battle, and there's not a single military in the world currently who uses a semi-automatic or fully automatic 308 as their main battle rifle. And my argument was like,
There are some.
so what, dude? It's a fucking term. Like modern sporting rifle means semi-automatic AR-15 or AKM, right?
Yeah.
Battle rifle means semi-automatic 308 or larger box-fed magazine
Not
rifle.
not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay, because some battle rifles use clips and use 30-06.
Boom.
Okay, there's one that
We
I
don't
can
talk
think.
about those.
The M1 Garand
That's a
would be
battle
that rifle, and that okay. You have that. I'll give you that one, right?
The
But I mean, what are we
M14
talking?
is
We're
also
talking
a
about the
battle rifle, but it
M16
uses
or the
clip
M14. Sorry,
308. So
we're talking M14. We're talking AR-10. We're talking SCAR 17H.
The foul.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't scars become
foul,
pretty prevalent in the
FNFAL.
military?
So
Yep.
There's
So-
a lot.
But yeah, that was the argument that we were having last night. Matt was saying that those are not battle rifles and that the term's retarded, and I was saying the term's not retarded. It's a term.
It's a term.
And
It's a military term, and Matt is not a military guy, so it doesn't work. It doesn't matter.
Damn it, Matt.
I mean, you got snipers and military term and some other stuff.
All right. Another mini theory, gun related. If we pull out of NATO and we don't want to get loot dropped if we die, right? We drop the 5.56, the 308, whatever. Now we're switching to the 6.88. I just listened to this podcast, and then all of a sudden I seen that Glock was releasing the Glock 23 again. And the theory behind that is we're not going to carry 9mm or 45 anymore. So we go 40 and 6.88.
Whoa.
We're no loot drops. So we pull from NATO, we got our own shit.
No. Back up. I am not giving up 45. You can go fuck yourself.
Hey, I didn't say you had to give it up, son. I just said we ain't going to be doing loot drop.
I'm not giving anybody my 45. I'm keeping all my 45.
Keep it, son. I don't care. Just stack it.
Wait, what's this about?
I just heard this podcast, and I seen the 6.8. We switched to that. Makes sense.
I've got 357 SIG too, so yeah. I'd rather have that.
I think 357 SIG fantastic, but the IRS bought all that 40 up, and then I seen that Glock just released the 23 again. I was like, what the fuck? Why are these lining up? Right?
Wait. So us leaving NATO, what? So that we can't use certain rounds no more or something?
Well, if they fight with us, they can't. If say they take a base, whatever, we don't have that common caliber anymore, right?
All right. I back up here. You do realize that we are NATO.
Oh, I'm aware.
NATO wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us.
True.
Without our Air Force.
Yep.
No, without our anything. Period.
Let's face it, people shit their pants for our drones, and fucking when we bring planes in.
The reason other countries went and adopted 5.56, 308, hell, even back in the day, 30-06, 45 ACP. The reason why they adopted those calibers is because they were part of the NATO, and the United States told them to.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a money grab to change all the calibers on them, baby.
Okay, I got a question.
Did we did 10 mil?
I've got a question.
The FBI's running 10 mil.
Honda's got a question. Watch out.
As we have seen in the Ukraine conflict, I wouldn't call it a war, the use of drones has become more and more ubiquitous. And the way that they're being used has been evolving and changing, but basically the way it works is the drone flies around and finds you and then drops like a grenade or something on your head, right? And I'm sure it'll get more sophisticated as time goes on, but that's where it is right now.
Right.
With where things are right now, with the drone that just flies like 100 yards above your head and drops a fucking grenade on you, what would be the best that you can think of that's commercially available that you could buy right now anti-drone gun?
10 gauge.
Shotgun.
Goose gun.
I'm going to say it. This is going to sound...
Bore.
I'm going to make a ridiculous statement right now.
I'll use
Ready
a
for
bore.
A punt gun.
Yep, punt gun. Gun for the win.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, but carrying that and having the most availability.
But Honda, we'd have to fill it with like bird shot in order for it to work.
A shitload of bird shot.
A shitload of bird shot.
Like 10 pounds of bird shot.
For anyone that
3.5 inch 10 gauge, man, it's pretty fucking good.
For anyone that doesn't know what a punt gun is, it's a giant muzzle loading shotgun that they used to use commercially to hunt bird for,
Friday dinner special.
To sell as food, more or less.
Yep.
We're having duck on the menu.
And they could be fucking massive too.
They were ridiculously large. They were like America's version of the elephant gun, except we hunt birds with it instead. See, There's one right there.
See, my whole thing is how fast.
Look, it's twice as long as a man. Some men are longer than others. Has your mother been telling you stories about me again? Anyone know the quote?
We invent the punt gun and we use it against drones.
I'm down. I would certainly take my 12 gauge shotgun over an AR-15 in that case.
Yeah.
In which case, my 12 gauge shotgun would be my battle rifle, even though it's not rifled.
Ooh, you're grounded. You are grounded.
My battle smoothbore.
Tactical shotgun.
Your bicock.
I think I would go with either the Maverick or the 870, to be honest. Although a bicock would be fun. A warcock.
Yeah, there you go. Warcock. I like that. put a little headdress on it.
It's my battlecock.
This might translate badly.
It may be Chinese, but I like my Saiga.
Yeah.
Your Sega battlecock.
Yeah, hey, I got it. I didn't know it was made in China, but I wanted a Sega style shotgun, and
they're sexy.
Made in China, so.
If we could actually get them as civilians, what I think would be great for shoot down drones would be an AA-12.
Yeah, but the barrel's not that long. You're not going to get a lot of reach.
No.
You can always get a different barrel. Have someone make one.
That's true. You can get a different barrel.
Put a punt gun barrel on that bitch. Holy shit!
Did you fucking imagine?
That would be freaking sweet.
You know what you could use? Okay, get the Auto 5 with the extremely long barrel. I think it's like the 24 or 28 inch barrel. And use an Auto 5. That would work.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we invented a new term tonight.
Me too. Battlecock. I love
battlecock.
Battlecock.
It's the opposite of shuttlecock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a bicock that you use for battle. That's all.
Yeah, battlecock. I like it.
I gotta say this again, guys. The fuck? We got 89 people in here. This chat's lit as fuck. Get some thumbs up in here, bitches. I mean, seriously, put your fucking purse down and hit the thumbs up. Jesus Christ.
I think someone's angling to get a chat worn T-shirt by Honda.
Could you please use your mushroom tip to click the fucking thumbs up button right now?
There you go.
I believe it's
Mushroom
immersed
tip.
because
or some kind of nub.
Can you get me that shirt in tactical muffin top size? Because I'd wear the shit out of that. Does it have your scent on it?
I mean, it will.
That always gives out used T-shirts, right? Wear a poncho. We can do this.
Yes, it has my scent.
I like what X Adam said.
Do you still have that shirt that I gave Matt to bring your ass last year?
That's great.
What, the jolly bunch of assholes one? Yes, I have that.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, here we have the Republicans, the media, the corporations, and Democrats all joining hands and locking together to protect
Epstein Island.
Blocking the Epstein client list.
Yep. Because apparently that's all that matters.
That's the biggest spot for blackmail, baby.
I feel like we're going to get alien disclosure before we get the Epstein client list.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like we'll be able to, I don't know, they'll unlock the fucking General Motors patent on fucking free energy forever before we get the Epstein client list.
Mm-hmm.
Concealed carry lightsaber or all the pedophiles? Yeah, I'm taking the lightsaber.
Right, we're gonna get from Back to the Future. They had the skateboards that didn't have wheels, the hoverboards.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have hoverboards before we get the Epstein client list.
But we can hunt them all down efficiently after.
Yeah.
As long as they don't stop over water.
We'll get teleportation pads.
I want my flying car.
We were talking about in the text message group earlier today, where some people were talking about the skinwalkers and other mythical beasts.
Yeah, I sent that to Duke to freak him out.
I found a website where they talk a bit about each mythical creature that comes from each state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was seeing that because I was looking up different ones. Just to get something that kind of sounded scary just for Duke,
Well, we don't have much time left on this chat, but maybe for another chat sometime, I'd be down.
Yeah. Well, either way, check that link out when you get a chance because that actually has some pretty good stuff there.
Mythical creatures and battlecocks. Deal.
Yeah, there you go. No, boycotts.
Oh yeah.
No, battlecock.
Battlecock. All right, fine.
No matter how you feel about guns, you should educate yourself with historical truths about disarmed populations.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, considering that's a compare 43, yes.
Oh, I tried the link. It didn't give me nothing.
Okay, do you guys remember this guy? If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll remember Colorado Ped Patrol. We talked to him at one point. This is a guy who goes around inside of my state to Tinder and other fucking hookup internet sites and pretends to be an underage boy or girl with pictures, lures pedophiles into coming to a meeting, and then this dude shows up with a crew and a camera and fucking calls the police and tries to get the guy arrested and blah, blah, blah.
Hold up. Where did he get the pictures from?
I don't know, just...
Because technically him even having the pictures to send to somebody else, technically that's illegal too. So what the
Not
fuck
if it, no. Not if it's just a picture of a kid. It's not like a naked fucking kid. It's just a picture of a kid, you know, that you use as like the profile pic. Like, hey, this is me. I'm John or whatever, you know. Anyway,
what I do.
So someone is suing him, and if you click on the post, it turns out this guy like shows up to a meeting with Ped Patrol because he thinks it's going to be a kid that's showing up to meet him, but then is like, oh, well, it was my mistake, and I didn't know that it was going to be it, and like says the things that everyone else says when they show up to meet a kid, and it's this dude instead. And he's not the only one who does. There's a bunch of people who do this fucking pedophile hunting or whatever you want to call it. And they always say the same shit. They're like, this is the first time I've ever done anything like
Yeah, just want a cupcake.
Well, this dude's like suing to get his name cleared, but from the story, it sounds like he's just another fucking pedophile. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's actually YouTubers that one in particular.
I love that.
Has caught over like several hundred of them already in just a year's time.
Yeah, Ped Patrol's caught like 300. He finally caught one that's got a lawyer, apparently.
Oh no!
I know the one I'm talking about. He's actually gotten cops arrested for pedophilia.
Damn!
Check out your super chat.
Jesus, man, it's like they never run out of pedos.
I'd buy one.
You should make a shirt. Your mom likes my battlecock.
That's pretty fucking good.
Chat like dress up like a rooster with some pocket clothes.
That's great.
I always love it when we come up with new terminology. I like it. Good job. On Christmas Eve, don't forget to leave cigarettes, shoes, Twinkies, and a Beretta 92 in the ductwork for John McClane.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Best Christmas movie ever.
I still stand by my favorite Christmas movie as National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Yeah. But I like saying that because most people don't believe
Die Hard is a movie.
Die Hard, thank you.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
It's a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie. But the best one is, yes, Christmas Vacation.
I like Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, I like Jingle All the Way.
I don't know. I'm saying, like, if we're opening presents, it's Christmas morning. You know, I got coffee brewing. What movie am I putting on while we open presents? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I'm sorry.
I just thought of another one. This is technically a Christmas movie, too. Gremlins.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not opening it. I'm not watching it while we open presents, though.
No. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again,
great
movie. Not present material.
So you want more of the old-fashioned Christmas, like It's a Wonderful Life and all that?
No.
You just want to see Uncle Eddie dropping shit in the
Yes.
sewer, right?
I want to see Santa Claus flying over the moon, and I want to see that ant bitch fucking giving it the salute. Yep, exactly. 100%.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Doug's Christmas Story.
Okay, we can't show car wrecks. But watch the Porsche. Oh, biker got hit, right?
Oh, shit.
Then he pulls forward, and he's like, oh, I fucked the biker up. Let me get out of my car. Hold on. Wait for it.
Oh, shit. That guy's like, oh, fuck.
He just fucked up 2 bikers in 10 seconds.
That's very efficient.
Yeah, it's a good job, I guess. All right, I think this is our last story. There might be one more. Members of left-wing activist communities lost to senseless murders in 2023. Jen Angel, anti-racist, anarchist, prison abolitionist, Antifa-connected, far-left punk rock reporter, dragged to death by a black male. Judith Walton, professional social justice bureaucratic activist for the city of Ann Arbor, Michigan, raped and murdered by a black male during home invasion. Nick Golden, anti-racist, anarchist, far-left punk rock concert organizer. 2 Latinos opened fire in an anti-racist backyard punk rock concert. Killed him. Emma Schaefer,
I noticed a pattern.
racial equality activist for multiple nonprofits and intern for Senator Duckworth, stabbed to death by illegal alien Latino boyfriend. Benjamin Rowe, LGBTQ plus activist, far-left punk rock concert organizer. There's a lot of those. Randomly shot and killed by black male while walking down the street. Ray Carson, injection safe site activist, self-described Antifa, randomly stabbed to death by black male. Josh Kruger, LGBTQ plus / HIV plus / injection safe site / racial justice activist, killed by black man during home invasion. Ted Lawrence, Democrat Party county secretary, BLM activist, voter rights activist, randomly murdered by 15-year-old black male.
Blacks are patriotic as fuck.
I actually have 2 things to add to this. That Carson guy, that was the one that we watched because he was stabbed to death in New York City. The other guy was in Philadelphia, and it was actually a lover's lover who murdered his ass.
I mean, they're doing a good job. Whoa, is this the battlecock?
This is the battlecock. I went to Bing and said, give me a chicken in military gear. And that's what he gave me.
That's fucking
That's pretty
awesome.
sweet.
Well, no, I have one other one if you want to see it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see the other one.
Oh, yeah. That just screams America.
Yeah, some patches on that.
This is AI that did these?
AI did it.
Can you make it do one where the cock is holding, the chicken's holding a fucking double barrel shotgun?
I can try.
Yeah, if you can make that one, that's exactly what we're shooting for.
We need a FUD chicken here.
Or a Mosin. A Mosin.
All right, I'll try, but no promises.
Like army chicken double barrel shotgun. I don't know how you put that in.
Hey Honda, did you see that the gun on Mass Discord and Kirsch guns? I wasn't sure if you got your hands on another gun and Bubbafied it.
Yep, I sure did.
Which,
check this
speaking
shit
of,
out. This is it's a infographic with causes of death of U.S. active duty military service members since 1990, and I found this to be interesting. Because these little terrorist attack things come and go and blah, 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 and homicide and suicide's always here the entire time from beginning to end.
It's always illness. Big chunk.
Undetermined.
Hostile action comes and goes. Oh, what was that? Another terrorist thing comes and goes. Oh, suicide's getting a little bigger. That's weird.
I mean, I'm surprised and not surprised that some of it happens by accidents. It's just...
Dude, accidents is like half of it the entire time.
Holy shit.
Oh, there's, now we're in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, that was the war.
And now we've been there for a while, so suicides are climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. 35%, 37% of deaths, 40%.
Damn.
of deaths in active
The illness was one of a bit.
active, not retired,
That's probably the jab.
active service members. 40% of the deaths were because of suicide at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And here's the interesting part. Illness is pretty up there too, but you remember, like you said, it's active. How many is like when it get off of service? For any of those.
Well,
other
after
two,
it's
suicide
like
or
way
illness.
more.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
In 1993, at the age of 23, I was way younger than that at that point. I thought this dude was unhinged. In 2023, at the age of 42, about to be, I completely understand. Dude, I just watched this recently. I love this movie.
I've never seen that.
You've
Don't
never seen
move it.
Falling
Haven't
Down?
seen it.
I'm 31. I'm young.
Okay, well, now you have a
I was
homework
4 when I
assignment.
grew up. Okay.
It's called Watch Falling Down.
All right. Check.
It's a
You
good
seen
movie.
this?
You will enjoy it. You will put yourself in Michael Douglas's shoes, and by the end of it, you will be saying to yourself, what an unjust society we live in.
Deal or no deal.
Fetus.
Oh, this was the last one. Sorry. Insanity is when illegal refugees get $3,874 a month in federal assistance while Social Security checks are $1,200.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's treason.
Is this true?
I don't know, but if it is, it's bullshit.
Between all the food stamps, free
Oh, shit, what
housing,
do we
and
got,
cell
Night
phones,
Strike?
maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
We're getting
Battlecock.
closer.
I'm working on it. I'm working with the tagline or whatever that you have to give the AI, but I'm getting there.
That's the best one so far.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
I like that one.
The Battlecock. America's Battlecock.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, we've been going 2 hours and 6 minutes now, which is a little bit over how long we normally go for the 2A Taco Tuesday. Actually, we usually go an hour and a half for Taco Tuesday, so
It's a good chat.
we got some extra show tonight, boys.
Hell yeah.
Where the
They
fuck
got
are the
Battlecock.
extra thumbs up?
They got real battlecock tonight.
But I do appreciate everyone for being here as part of the chat. I do appreciate everyone out there watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We will be we will be I can't talk all of a sudden. We will be back on Saturday with Matt for his tactical muffin top chat. Sorry, I was reading your name right then. For his fucking geek chat that he likes to do. What's it called? I don't even know.
Guns and Geek podcast is on Wednesday.
No, his geek chat that he does on Saturday. What's it called?
Geek chat.
He just calls it
Nerds Are
geek
Us.
chat. That's super gay. Maybe I won't be there for that. But I'll be back on Sunday for another episode of the Gay Frog Chat. We will see you then. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And deuces, y'all shall not pee in fridge.
Penis.
Shubadanama to pressure. Batacath care.
But
And
you know the
prect
thing?
the troops. Prect them.
Penis.
Battlecock.
Penis.
I like that.
What up,
Battlecock.
what up, what up?